So welcome to another episode of Junkyards and Barn Finds with Sean, and I'm Sean. So after driving 27.6 miles out into the middle of Florida where you don't even have cell phone signal, we have found old gold. And this is where we're headed. So we will find out what they have here. This is pretty cool, actually. Wow. Chevy, no. Look at this. Wow. So, I'm going to pull up here next to... Oh, man, there's a 70 Chevelle over there. Alright, there is pretty much everything I could ever want in this junkyard right now, so we're going to take a look and check it out. This place is just nirvana. It's crazy. It's worth coming up just to walk around. Give yourself about 2 hours. It's mostly GM. There's some Ford, there's some other, well, there's a lot of Ford, a lot of GM. I didn't see too much Mopar stuff, but that's okay. This is probably the coolest, craziest place I've ever been. I could come up here every day for the rest of my life and just walk around. So, if you're in Old Town, Florida, and you can come in, you're not allowed, don't touch anything, don't open doors, don't open things unless you're trying to buy it. But to just look around, it's worth it. Your brain will explode. So I'm at a place called Old Gold, and look at this place. This gentleman has, you come in and you just see every kind of car you wanted. He just asks you don't open up the hoods and you don't open up the doors, and you can walk around. Look at this. That looks like a 65 Chevy. And then you got a Pontiac, and you got a Ford, and you got, was that a 62 or 63 Chevy. That looks like an Oldsmobile right there. School buses. Station wagons. There's just so much to look at here. Got a couple Mustangs. A 55 Chevy. Look. There's literally so much stuff here that just is interesting to a car guy that I don't even know where to look. Everywhere you look. Look at this Cadillac. What year is that? New York plates on this one. This looks like a 70, what, 74, 76 Grand Am right there. Yeah, that's a Grand Am. My cousin had one of these. They were originally white or orange. Guys, I remember that. And look at this truck. Look at that truck. What is that? V8? Is that a Willys? I don't even know what that is, but it's worth a picture. You walking up here, and there are hoods for every type of 1950s or 60s car that you can think of. What is this? By the way, if you guys like Cadillacs, I have a couple Cadillacs, including a 67 Eldorado and a 73 Ragtop video. You should check them out on our channel. I think this gentleman has every 1950s car made. And then you just have row upon row of doors for everything. Everything he don't have in the yard looks like he has a door for it. Here's a Laguna S3, I want to say probably a 73, could have been a 75, I'm not sure on these exactly. Made from the Chevelle, 70s generation Chevelle, after 72. And that looks like a convertible Buick right there. Oh, nope, that's an Olds 98. Convertible Olds 98. First generation Camaro. Look at that. First generation Camaro just sitting there. It's got some front end damage. Bunch of thorn bushes protecting it. If you want to see the full 4 hours worth of videos that we're going to be putting up in the series about this junkyard, just go ahead and subscribe and put any comments, and please like if you like the video. Thanks. El Camino. Look at all the fenders. Just fender, all the body parts you would need. Engine blocks. Glass, all original glass. But this is a 68, I want to say a 68 El Camino. It's either 68 or 69. Firebird, look at that. That is what's left of a Firebird. First generation Firebird, a 68 or a 69 Chevelle coupe. What's left of a couple, I want to say that's probably a 55 over there. Bel Air. Some of this stuff is just buried. Nova, four-door Nova, or Chevy 2. Right there. What's that? Chrysler. Not sure on what that is as a Chrysler. I mean, this thing obviously hasn't moved. As he said, he appreciates not opening any doors. I can look, but I can't open doors, can't open hoods. I mean, it's just, oh, look at this. We got I want to say, is that a 63 convertible? No, 67 Super Sport. Super Sport Impala. That's a Super Sport Impala right there. What's left of it. I could give you my card. And that looks like that's a 72 Monte. Huh?
Big block.
Yeah, we're going to take a walk around. There's 2,600 cars here, and I think I love every one of them that's at this place. That was a board like, oh, so that was an SS. My friend's got an SS 70 restored. He bought it in high school, still has it in his barn. So this is a 1970 Super Sport big block Monte Carlo. What's left of it? So, everywhere you look, there's another first generation Camaro. Small block 350 first generation Camaro. You have a Vega station wagon. Another Vega. Some Pontiacs in here. Look at all these Pontiacs. I don't know if we're going to be able to show all 2,600 cars, but we're going to show as much as we can as you walk around down here. He's got axles. We'll head down this way. You got a 55 Chevy. You've got a Monza from the 1970s next to, I don't even know what that was. It was a convertible something. And then you've got, what do we have over here? You've got a convertible Catalina, convertible, I'm not sure what that is. But you got a Mopar over there, or is that a Fairlane? And this is an Oldsmobile right here. Yeah, we're going to have to do a couple. There's going to probably be about 3 videos made from this because we will not have time on one video to show everything that's here. You got yourself a 2-door station wagon here. What is that? Chevy 2-door. That's not a Nomad. That's actually a 2-door station wagon. Because if that was a Nomad, it would have different windows in the back. And we've got a Mercury, an Oldsmobile. Then you got Mercury, you got another 62 or 63 Impala right here. And I want to say that is a, I don't even know what that is back there. We're going to take a walk. Everywhere you look, there is just a car you want to save and a car you want to build.
You got a 55 four-door Chevy with no roof. Another convertible. Another Chrysler. Oh, look at this. Convertible Chevelle. 1968 convertible Chevelle. Now it's just a shell. Well, they're about the same. So I had a 1968, not the convertible. You know, I don't know, with some of these they may be so far gone, but this was this has an SS hood on it. So this has a twin scoop SS hood on it.
You guys got to excuse me, my brain is in overdrive, so if I get some of these things wrong, I'm just pretty overwhelmed at this point. I think you would be too.
Everywhere, cars. I know. Everywhere. If you look down there, there's a ton of cars. We're going to go over here. We're going to come down here. That's where I'm headed. Let's look.
Look at that.
Oh my gosh. We're gonna have to probably end up coming back here several times for you guys. Number one, this is a beautiful place. The property, I mean, blue sky, everything is nice. I mean, it's spread out and overgrown, some of it, but it is not hard to get around. This is just crazy. So let's continue. You've got a Cutlass in half. You've got cars in the 70s. Here is another 55. Here is, I believe, a Skylark or an Oldsmobile, but it's the same. It's a 70, 72. Front end of a Grand Prix. Front end of a Pontiac Grand Prix. As we keep going, some more 1963 Chevrolet Impalas. What?
Oh,
What, something bad?
it's a dead battery.
Oh. Smart aleck. This one has a tree growing through it. That's a Oldsmobile. Buick. There's a Buick. And then some of the cars here obviously are really far gone. But there's an ocean down that way. We're going to head just every kind of, do you need an original Cragar? Do you need original Super Sport rim? Just rims after rims.
It goes way over there, too, behind the trees.
Oh my gosh. Here's a Chevelle, 1969 Chevelle right here. 68 or 69. $350. Obviously at one time super nice. A Chevy too right there. There's the other panel for the Chevelle. Another Chevelle. The old station wagon that we all rode in, the estate wagons. Look at this. I'm just going to take a quick. You can just see all these cars from the 40s, 50s, 60s, early 70s. There's another station wagon based on the Chevelle. You got, look at all, let's go down here to all the finned. You got all the Cadillacs down there, fins. So let's,
I know which way.
Pontiacs, let's, first I'm going to stay over here for a minute because we have Chevelles, and you guys know that's my favorite cars, Chevelles. So there's another Chevelle. There's a Jaguar. Oh, are you in need of any type of 1960s limousines, Cadillac limousine? Or maybe some ambulances or a hearse over there. Or an RV on its side in case. Yep, and we got the boat from earlier. There's a Chevy 2, another El Camino, another first generation quarter panel for, this is not a Camaro, I don't think. This is a Pontiac. You have another first generation Pontiac. And another first generation Pontiac. And another Chevelle. And a Ford. I'm not even going into the 50s cars yet. I don't know them all. But I would imagine to say he probably has one of everything. There's the back end of a Nova in the back 3/4 of a El Camino. And then there's another first generation. That's a first generation Camaro. I believe that's a 67.
It doesn't end.
What?
It doesn't end.
Let's go and see. Now, I'm starting to think maybe I should look for specific cars. Maybe there's a GTO. Maybe there's something that we haven't seen yet, because he seems to have one of everything.
Brand new.
Yeah, the rims here, he's got rims for everything.
Brand new.
Even in the back, school buses. Everything. And actually, here you go. Here's either a Le Mans or a GTO convertible ragtop. What was I just saying? Where's the GTOs at? So here you go. This is a 66, I think. Either a 65 or it's not. Well, I thought it was a ragtop because of the way the top looked, but actually it's a hard top that's just been destroyed. But I don't know if it's a Le Mans, but it looks like a 66, 65 or 66. Let's go up here and take a look at what's the tag say. 67. 67-24217 PON 9533 RR code. Still has a back seat in it. More Pontiacs over there. I see, yeah. What do we have down here? Another. This is a Chevelle 64 or 65 Chevelle. A convertible Oldsmobile 1970 or 72, 70 to 72 Oldsmobile. Well, I don't know if that's convertible or if they just cut the roof off. It looks like a convertible, but couldn't, maybe not. Got more buildings down there. That's a workshop. We've got, this looks like an old Jaguar over here. That looks like an old Jag. Yep, old Jaguar. And then some Impalas and Biscaynes down here. 63, 67s. Another, some two-doors were back there, a Super Sport. Up here, another first generation, that's a 69 Camaro first gen right there. Front grille and lights of a 67 or 68 Chevelle. Over here, we've got, actually, there's a Ford Fairlane. What's left of a, I want to say a 65 or 64 Ford Fairlane. Here you have a, let's see what we got over. You've got, is that a Chevelle? You've got what's left of a Chevelle convertible, 1967. Bumpers, 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 tires, engine blocks, grills, everywhere through the woods here. Every place through the woods here has cars. Classic cars, classic car parts. We just have, there's literally over 2,000 cars here, and I don't know if any of them is newer than 1975. You got ambulances. There's Pontiacs. That's a Pontiac ambulance. A what?
A crane.
There's a crane. So he has heavy duty cranes. Let's walk down here. And look at that. That is an, oh, I want to think that that is like a 1940s Chevy Suburban. What's left of it. It looks like one. I'm not sure, but it was definitely a sedan delivery. Oh, and there's another large car. I think that may be a Chrysler. I don't know. Then a Cadillac. Look at the finned Cadillacs. Look at all these finned Cadillacs here. Cadillac after Cadillac after Cadillac with fins. All the 60s fins. Sedan DeVille, Coupe DeVilles, everything DeVilles. Just completely insane. There is enough cool cars here for even April to enjoy, and she's not even into cars. But look at this Cadillac after Cadillac after Cadillac after Cadillac. 60s, early 70s. Oh wow, is that it? That looks like a first generation. Well, we'll have to go and I can't even tell you what I'm seeing right now, because every time I turn I see one more cool thing. There's your Cadillac Graveyard. We have hearses over here. So you have some Cadillac hearses, early Cadillac hearses. And while it seems like these are not in any type of order, and I don't know if they really are, they look like at one time they were in order. Like right up here, we have a ton of first generation Camaros and Firebirds. Or I'm sorry, second generation Camaros and Firebirds right here.
I like the fact that the grass is mowed, so it's really easy to walk and to see most things.
Watch out for snakes or anything. So we've got some third generation, second generation Camaros, Firebirds. There's a 70 or 70 to 73 right there.
So the owner here said to watch out for rattlesnakes, wasps, and bees, and that's why he doesn't like people opening the doors or the trunks.
Cadillac, Cadillac, Cadillac. Look at, what do we have here? Cadillac, 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 Cadillac. Wow. Yep, I'll be up there in a second. We're gonna finish up over here. So over here, I found one Monte Carlo Ss there. That's probably from the 2000s. Couple station wagons here. El Camino over there. Another El Camino. These are like early 80s, 83, 84, 82 El Caminos. Go down here to the some more second and third generation, second and third generation Camaros. Second and third generation Camaros and Firebirds. And I see some Mopars up here. Are they Mopars? No. Pontiac. So now we've got Pontiac station wagons, Pontiac convertibles, Pontiac Tempests, all Pontiacs. Just, here's another Pontiac. What is this, a Tempest convertible? GTO, let's see if we have any GTOs in here. Nope, that looks like a Tempest. Pontiacs. Let's see. Catalinas. Let's see what else we have here. An Executive. Grand Ams. That looks like it might be some GTOs lined up over there. Another Pontiac Le Mans or GTO. Have Pontiac Le Mans. Another Pontiac Le Mans. Another Grand Prix. Another Grand Prix. Another Grand Prix from the early 70s, late 60s. Just a lot of Pontiacs everywhere you look.
This is the end of part 2. Part 3 continues the walkthrough. We see a lot more Oldsmobiles, Fords, Chevys, you name it, it's going to be there. If you like us, please like. If you want to subscribe to the channel, appreciate it. So please subscribe. And hopefully you'll enjoy part 3 as well. Hey, I look forward to your comments about anything you see in this video, including the stuff that I got wrong.